When I used to play Fortnite competitive, there was one thing that didn't really make sense to me for a long time. When pros would get coaches to VOD review their games and give them advice on what they should or shouldn't do, etc. That rotate sucks, you should have gone the other way, you should have went down a layer here instead, you should try doing this type of practice, and so on. And it didn't make sense to me because these coaches haven't seen any competitive success at all. And if they have, it was almost nothing compared to the pros they are coaching. So how in the world could these coaches know something the pros don't? They're probably either giving the pros advice that makes them do worse or just subpar advice that wouldn't really do much. Doesn't it make sense for people to teach others that have succeeded less than them, not the other way around? Well, after years of pondering this, I've came to a few realizations about this topic. And there's some immense value in here if you're looking to go pro, so listen up. So first of all, the thing is, there is a big difference between having the knowledge of competitive Fortnite and being able to apply the knowledge in game. A coach can in fact look at someone's game, point out bad rotations, bad plays, give alternatives, and also tell them how to improve and practice more efficiently, then just suck at implementing the same stuff into their own gameplay and don't want to put in all the hours to subconsciously store this information and knowledge to the point that they can use it in tournaments without even thinking, which is what a pro must do. You could know all the best theory possible about sprinting because you studied the professional players and you also researched the topic, but then absolutely suck at sprinting because you haven't put in the thousands of hours it takes to subconsciously store that information so you can use it without thinking. Now, the second but most important thing in my opinion is that a fresh pair of eyes and opinion will always see faults that you would have never seen yourself. This is because behind your own opinion on your gameplay and career is your emotions. And unfortunately, they do block out a lot of stuff that actually happened solely just to make you feel better. But this is obviously not good for your improvement. That's why getting another person to look over your games and career as a whole is great. Because even if they know a lot less than you, they will still see faults and other stuff you couldn't see. That's why if you're trying to go pro, I heavily recommend to get a paid coach to look over your gameplay, like with what Zycoma does. Or someone to look over your Fortnite career and daily routine in general, like what I do with my private coaching. Because as well as everything else I just mentioned in this video, these coaches quite literally have a money incentive to give you the best advice possible. But if you can't afford anything like that, the next best thing is to get an up and coming coach that will possibly do a VOD review of your gameplay for free just to get a good testimonial and experience. Then lastly, if you can't even do that, at least make a deal with one of your friends in the community where you're like, okay, let's VOD review one of each other's solo cash cup games, giving each other advice and notes on what we could have done better or opportunities we missed. And that's a win-win because not only are you getting good advice from someone else's perspective on your own gameplay, but you are also learning while VOD reviewing someone else. You made it through this whole video, so there's something I'm sure you'd be interested in, bro. My free email newsletter where I post heaps of unique advice and tips and tricks you don't see in my YouTube videos, so join for free using the link in the description of this video.